This podcast contains some magical adult language. Listener discretion is advised. And sorry, Mom.
I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to...
Whoa. You are not Mickey Mouse, you're a rat.
Rat smack! Besides, they're tourists. What do they know?
Oh, welcome to Rat Castle, a progressive chat about theme park magic without the pixie dust. I am your spooky spook man here in October. Nathan
Such
Spookman.
a missed opportunity to say ghost host.
Oh, I am your ghost host. That's true. You know, we got a long October, so like we can hold that back.
That's true.
I'm just getting spooky here. We're in spooky phase. Maybe a little swoopy, as they say, but that's a term. I don't know. It's like cute spooky, from what I've been told. And we'll get to ghost hostiness later on. But that voice you hear, that ghostly voice you hear coming out of your radio, that is, of course, Janine. Hello, Janine.
Hello.
Not very ghostly. I don't think.
Hello.
Oh, good ghost.
Jesus.
No, that was not the Christ himself. That was just Janine. Victoria. How are you? How are you, Victoria?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
What a shock.
There's
Us
a
tired
trend.
at 10:30 on a
trend.
Thursday? Never.
I
Never.
need to sit my ass down.
And it's only 10:15. Unless are you 15 minutes ahead in Florida from Maryland? Is that how it works?
No, if anything, we're 15 minutes behind.
More like 20 years, right? Hi-yo.
Oh,
Hi-yo.
Bars.
Because of you know what?
Fucking fascist!
Yeah, that guy. Okay, we're not going to talk about that guy anymore, though.
Yeah, fuck
There was
that guy.
there was a couple news things about that guy, and I was like, I don't want to talk about that
I'm
guy.
done.
yeah.
I don't care about that bitch. So, maybe he'll do something interesting, get hit by a monorail, and then we'll talk about him. That'd be nice. But allegedly, or I don't know. How do I get out of this legally? I didn't do it. Okay. Let's just go to the news. I should say, I as a caveat here, our other rats, of course, are out today. Dave's on vacation, and then Sarah is. Where in the world is Sarah? You know, she's got herself a red hat and a trench coat, and she's just everywhere these days, stealing pyramids and such. Sarah is texted us at what time? Like super early.
Like 8?
8
Hell,
our
she called
time.
me at 4 this. Well, she didn't call me. She texted me at 4 this morning.
For our time, yeah. And a couple days ago, and she was like, "Should I go to France or Tokyo?" And we're like,
She referred to the flight from, where was she?
she was in Abu Dhabi. No,
Abu Dhabi or Dubai.
Was it Abu Dhabi?
No, she's in Dubai.
She was in Dubai.
And referred
I know
to the
because
flight.
I had to have the clock for Dubai to make sure
Nice.
I texted her like at not the wrong hour.
She called that a quick flight.
Yeah.
I was like,
the 8-hour
ma'am,
flight.
what?
It's like it's a quick stopover in France. I'm like, it's 8 hours and it's the wrong way. What are you talking? She still went. She's in France. And then yeah, man, everyone's having a good time. Sarah's out in France. I don't know if you guys follow Rob. I always say his name wrong. Yee or Yo. I always forget what it is. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah,
Rob.
him.
I
Yeah.
done fucked up, Rob. I'm sorry. But anyway, Rob is a lovely Disney Twitter British gentleman, which we should have on the pod, but British time is just difficult.
He's also a designer. His stuff is really
beautiful
gorgeous.
stuff.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Beautiful
so
stuff.
talented.
But anyway, he just got back from Tokyo and took all these gorgeous photos of Disney Sea, and I'm just like, what is my broke ass gonna do? I'm like, I'm just trying to live, people. Moving sucks. Anyway, as Janine knows, Janine, you just moved again.
This past weekend. Yeah.
Yes, a hop, skip, and a jump. Always a fun time. We weren't sure if she was going to find her microphone in all those boxes, but her wonderful fiance took care of it. So we thank him. Thank you, Colt.
Yes.
But anyway, this is not really new. I guess that's all news. People are in places. Janine has a lovely relationship, and Yeah, let's go to Disney World.
Disney
Janine,
World.
we got some news. I think this is all like, well, at least the first two things I think are real banger news for those of you who live in Florida. This is
Yeah.
good
Pretty
stuff.
pretty jazzy.
Okay, what's going on in
Um
Epcot?
Epcot, in celebration of the 100th, Disney's 100th, they are bringing back Soarin' over California to Soarin', which
Yeah.
is really exciting for me. I do not care for the Soarin' around the world CGI bullshit.
Hmm.
I don't like it. I'm excited for this. I want that orange blossom smell pumped into my
Veins directly in.
yeah, right into my face. Just like Flonase. Let's go.
Yeah.
Um, really exciting. That's really fun. And then they're just doing like snacks and some statues and stuff like that. But
Yeah. Well,
there's
and
like a
that's what's
platinum Mickey.
it's so weird. For me, this is strange. Like, why the Disney 100th to do this? Like, we just had the 40th.
It's kind of
It's
a little
weird.
schizophrenic. Like we just had the 50th and then we have a 40th and now we have a 100th and it's like, okay, can you guys find
Celebrate one
any
thing.
more anniversaries to milk?
Yeah. I
The
mean, this
100th in
better.
particular is confusing me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because it's
don't.
like not really. It's like a kind of
Well, I don't know because like Disneyland started it first, but then I saw finale merch. But then the following day, they announced that Disney World was doing it, and I'm confused. Like, is it
Yeah.
over? Is it not over? Is it
The
just over
Disney
at
100?
Disneyland?
I have no
Like,
idea. I
I
can't
don't
tell
know.
you.
I
I was
don't
just
know.
like,
I can't tell you. I like it's fine. I just hope it comes back for the 50th, which for Epcot. I think that would be wise and smart.
What?
The Soren. I think Soren over California should come back for the 50th. And if there
Oh
are
yeah.
if they're smart enough, they should have of course a ride of some quality, for the 50th opened by that point as well. Hopefully a new Journey to Imagination or something. But that's ages away. But in theme park years, especially in Disney construction years,
oh God.
Yeah.
maybe it'll be like drying paint at the very last minute on the 50th anniversary. And they're like, "Oh, we just had to put some trees in, and it took us 8 months." I don't have issues with Epcot and its inability to get things done at all. But let's leave Epcot. Let's go to Hollywood Studios, which
Well,
for me,
one
what? Yes.
one other thing.
Oh, you have more.
Important to note, Luminous, the Symphony of Us premieres on December 5th.
Oh, that's
That
true.
got announced. So
Damn, I'm
that's kind
glad you
of
said something.
Yeah,
I told myself there's a flight I need to buy in December, and I couldn't remember what it was.
that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm excited. I liked Epcot forever, but
Yeah, it's fine. It was fine. It's. I'm just happy that it's not a huge barge anymore. That's all I care
yeah.
about. So they'll fix it. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm excited to see what it's
Yeah,
gonna be
y'all are
like.
so damn mean. They were not that bad.
They were
I
bad.
didn't like them.
They were huge.
I did not care for those.
They were billboards. Hollywood Studios. Let's go to Hollywood Studios. This is my favorite news of the week.
Yeah, this is
I love
very
this
exciting.
news.
This is very up our alley.
Very,
It's
Mhm.
very unexpected. I did not see
very.
this coming
Yeah.
at all. Um, it's Muppet attention. We're getting
Yeah.
so Muppet
Yeah.
Vision 3D
In this
got-
economy, Yeah.
exactly got
Like they actually
souped up.
care?
Yeah, souped up with projection mapping in the
Mhm.
theater. And so there's a scene where the little annoying guy gets like blown into
Waldo.
a Waldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Waldo.
I
Waldo
forgot
P.
his name.
Graphic.
Waldo C graphic.
C graphic.
I'm
I
reading.
don't know. Yeah.
So anyway, he splits into dozens of bits, and they have little Waldos flying all over the theater, which is very fun.
Mhm.
I don't
It's
know
the
if
line
there's
when he says, "Now I can have my own football team." But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Because it used to be like a gobo or something. It was just a solid image, and they sort of had like them on like turnstiles or something, and they kind of look like kaleidoscopes. Do you remember that? Like
Oh yeah.
they were
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
there, but you couldn't. They were super dim, and now they like shoot out from the screen to the sides, and they get sucked back in, which is like This is not something you do if you're planning on getting rid of an attraction, by the way.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know. I've
That's
seen it
yeah.
happen
Victoria.
before.
Come on,
Look,
Victoria.
I need to be realistic. We gotta be realistic. I don't want it to go either, but
I don't have to be. When it comes to Muppets, especially Muppets Vision, I don't have to be realistic at all. Like I will be in denial until it falls. And hopefully it doesn't. And it's kind of appropriate timing. I think Jim Henson's birthday was last week or something like
yeah,
that.
it was last week.
Fun. We
Yeah.
love a Libra.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that's really cute.
Yeah.
Really cute. I like it. Big fan.
Big fan.
I enjoy it immensely.
Yeah.
Janine, are you a big fan of water parks? I know you are.
I was.
Yeah, you were.
Until this particular story.
Yeah, this might cut us out of it.
Yeah. So you may, if you're in the Disney or even just internet world, you may have seen that there's a woman suing Disney World for a quote painful wedgie, which
Oh, we're going to talk about that later.
oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's a different
Oh,
story.
I got
You got all
no.
You got
excited.
way ahead of
I
yourself
got
there.
way ahead of myself. Sorry,
Yo,
that
that
is
would've been-
the
that's
only
literally-
thing.
That's like second. No, that's the last piece of news.
Oh Jesus! Sorry.
I mean, if
Jump
you want to
the
cut it
gun.
that short, you can. And I was like,
bad.
but I think the
My
news
bad.
that I was seeing
Oh, yeah,
still
it's-
resonates with your desire of like, I'm not sure about this anymore because we might have a little more full water parks.
I would be surprised.
Me
So,
too.
Disney World launched a seasonal pass for water parks. It's $79 for ages 9 and up, and $73 for under 9. The thing that like I just don't understand it. I guess it has blockout dates, but you can already buy. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Annual pass holders were able
Mhm.
to add on the water
Yes.
parks to their pass
I
for
think it was like
$99.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, it's not
Yeah,
going
it
to
was
do
like 100.
anything to the parks because, you know, it's only $20 less than whatever it is. No, this is open to the masses.
Mhm.
$79. You do not have to be an annual pass holder or at your renewal window, and you can get in for a steal.
I'm surprised
Honestly,
they're just
that's
now
a
doing that.
crazy cheap price.
Yeah. It's
But
a
every
really-
time that I've been to the water parks in the past year, it has been a walk on to almost everything except for Crush and Gusher.
Yeah, and that is with one park open.
Yeah.
like they've
Yeah.
Yes.
they've not had other stuff open, so it's only been either Typhoon or Blizzard. And that I think they're going to continue that trend.
I wonder.
I don't know. We'll see.
I guess
this is
staffing is
not
an
a-
issue and
Yes.
stuff, and
Yes, and maintenance and
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they work on one while the other one is running, and then they take I think they take, and that could be completely wrong, but it seems like this is what they would do. I'm guessing they take everyone from one water park and just put them to the next water park.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
that's what I assume from what
yeah.
I recall working there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you worked at a water park, Victoria?
Oh no. I mean, like sometimes when our location would close, they would like move us to another one like
Oh.
temporarily
Yeah,
until
yeah.
So I'm assuming it works the
excited.
same.
I thought I
Oh,
saw a
God,
new
no.
dimension. I was like,
Hate water parks.
who's lifeguard Victoria? I don't know this. This
Nathan, I
new-
can't even swim. I can barely swim. What are you talking about?
I don't. As a white man, I have no opinion on if black women can swim or not. This is not my territory.
That's not what I meant.
You don't try to put me in the corner like this. How dare you?
Yeah.
Trying to set me up and cancel me. Tell you.
Ugh,
what. Okay.
So sorry. How dare I?
Ugh. The things that I go through. Okay, anyway. So anyway, there's a I'm glad we're all laughing about this. Yeah, so there's a water park pass. I don't know what this is trying to accomplish beyond getting more people in there.
I mean, I will say I do hear often of a lot of people that asked for this
Yeah.
for like with younger children, which kind of, I guess, aligns with that recent offer that came out yesterday for Disneyland and Disney World.
The $50 ticket.
Yeah, the $50 ticket for Disneyland and then like the play and dine packages for Disney World. I'm assuming they just want to bring more families. Well, what I read was that they're trying to fill up the hotel rooms because they're not hitting capacity. Gee, I wonder the fuck why.
Yeah.
But
But this isn't going to help with that. This is a season pass to the water park. It's not even a one timer.
yeah, like that was my
So
thing. I'm like, so I don't really understand what
Um,
they're
I
really trying
mean,
to get at.
my family, my household and I, if we're going to a water park, we typically prefer to be staying nearby at a hotel
hmm,
nearby. It's just
Oh, okay.
a huge quality of life improvement. Like nobody wants to like be wet and then drive for hours to get home. Like,
well,
ugh.
that's because we always we always would go to a park to dry off. That was always the plan. Not my heart. I'm missing my Janine and Colt times at water parks. That was fun. I'm
It was
sad.
so good.
Damn you, Maryland, and my good job.
And
Um,
your good benefits.
yeah, yeah. Don't get it gripped. I'm new. I'm new. I'm at the I'm at the bottom of the totem pole around here, and it's okay. But Daddy's saving his dollars. Let's put it like that. Things get a little tight around here. A little tight. We're Mickey with the bean. We're just cutting it, slivers. But we'll make it. It's all right. It's all good. Let's see here. Let's move on to Disneyland. And talk about, I guess the best way to put this is a nighttime show, but I feel like that is a bit
I
of a trick.
mean,
A bit of a trick. Victoria, what are we talking about here? What is this new
so
nighttime show?
So, as well, some of us may or may not know, Fantasmic at Disneyland will not be coming back for some time until they figure out what they're going to do with that dragon situation. So, until then, they decided to do a temporary replacement called The Heartbeat of New Orleans, a living mural. It's considered a nighttime show. That's what they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be on Rivers of America where Fantasmic was showing. It's limited time, so it's if I had to describe it as anything, it's an extension. It's that water scene in Fantasmic with the water screens, but longer, or Rivers of Light, as I think Nathan mentioned earlier. So it has water, lights, projection effects, and you're basically following the story of a small frog from the bayou who is drawn in by bright lights, music, and the culture of New Orleans. So it is
It's
set to
cute. The
jazz
set is
music.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's got jazz, it's got original artwork,
I like the
like
fireflies
it's
on the
yeah,
island and stuff. There's to give people an idea of what this is. It's like 5 minutes long. It's like
yeah,
I think I said it's like if Rivers of Light was like the Tree of Life illuminations. Like those Tree of Life illuminations just sort of cycle. They just go all night. And it seems like this thing goes 5 or 6 times a night. So it's just kind of playing out there. Which I think is kind of rad. And I would love for them to do that at Disney World when they open Tiana's Bayou Adventure as well, because no one's doing anything on that island closes at, I feel like here at least Tom Sawyer's Island closes at like 2 p.m. It's like a ridiculously early time, and you never I think I went on there like twice my entire 5 years. Um and yeah, use the water though, like do a little show out there. It's a much better use of the space at night. So I hope this bring comes over. There's absolutely no reason why this couldn't be done at Disney World. There's no
For
like,
sure. For sure.
because I don't even, it's not even that many like fountains. It's like one fountain. Well, there's some extra ones, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Um the frog though gives me sort of like slightly bad 3D animation vibes.
Yeah, I looked at the stills and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." And then I watched it and it looks like he's made out of like, I don't know if y'all ever did the craft where it's like little paper dolls with metal
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
hinges and it just like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
This has got that kind of you know, ever seen that like kind of creepy Kermit dance in
Yeah.
AR? It's
But I
got
like
that kind of, you like, I mean, he's cute. He's just a little
no, he's cute. But my
he's a
favorite
little direct
part
to DVD.
is when they
This
just
frog.
have like jets of water streaming out, like 6, 7 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all lit up different colors, and they just look like lasers. I like that.
Yeah. No, it's cute. I
Yeah,
like the backgrounds.
yeah. I mean,
I
I
like
don't
that.
hate it. I
Nope.
mean, we could have nothing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Could
there's
have
100%.
nothing.
Which we do. That's that's the Disney World mantra. We have nothing. So, congrats, Disneyland. Another thing you have that we don't. Friggin' great. Anyway, it's still spooky season, ladies and gentlemen, and we gotta talk some Halloween fun because Victoria has been out and about getting spooky. You've been to Oogie Boogie. You've been to Knott's. You've been to Sir Henry's. So Sir Henry's in Orlando, right?
Yes.
You went with Jessica, if I'm not mistaken, or she went by yours. I don't know if you went with her or not. But she was...
Yes and no. It was pretty
Okay.
much like all my friends were technically on their own media pass, but we all just happened to
Okay.
be there at the same time. So yes, I did see Jessica.
Gotcha. So you've done now national spooky travel. Give us your thoughts. Let's start with Oogie Boogie Bash.
Well, this was my second year going to Oogie Boogie Bash. So the first time I went, I realized I'm honestly never gonna do Not So Scary again unless they make some big changes. Because
Mm-hmm.
um, Oogie Boogie Bash just does it a lot better for me as someone who is on the East Coast and has done Not So Scary for so many years. But I loved the villains that they had out. Everything was very organized. It wasn't in a way like it was a meet and greet. It's like a treat trail. So basically, it's still constantly moving. You get to see like one
Right.
little show scene or two, and then it keeps moving. You get your candy. I have 2 grocery bags of candy in my kitchen right now.
Girl, that's too much.
Is it good candy?
I mean,
Candy's
I
candy.
did a whole chart.
You did
No
a chart.
way. I love
You missed
this.
the chart?
I
No, I
missed
haven't
the
seen no
chart.
chart.
Where you posted it at the wrong time. Where did you?
I posted it on Twitter like maybe what did I get back? Week of September 18th. Yeah, I organized my candy and made a chart.
See, this is data that we need.
This
What was the
is
number
what
one
I
candy?
love.
Tell me about where. I haven't seen this chart. Is it easily accessible for me to see?
I'm working through
I
her
think
media
I still
right
have it in my
now.
notes app.
It's
But
on
I
Twitter.
remember
Is it?
it was only for one bag, but that one bag had a little over 100 pieces of candy in it.
Damn, that's a lot of candy.
Scrolling,
So I would say
scrolling,
multiply that
scrolling.
approximately by 2.
Are you giving all this candy to orphans? Is that your plan?
No, I'm eating it. The fuck?
You're not gonna you're gonna eat all that candy by yourself? Well, no,
I've
that's not
been
true.
You've
eating
got to
maybe
watch yourself, Nathan.
No,
Yeah.
I just
Don't
meant
be
like
policing.
no. This is a lot of candy.
She could eat that. She could eat 200 pieces of candy
I know.
right now if
it's
she
not
wants.
a health crisis. It's bad for your metabolism. You're gonna have a sugar high. You're gonna crash.
Oh, I still have it. Hang on. I'll
Okay.
send it
Oh,
to
I
you.
found it.
This is very important
I
information.
found it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the tally of candy from one bag from Oogie.
Okay.
Janine, what's the number one? Candy?
M&M's.
M&M's. Now wait a minute. Victoria, is this bags of M&Ms or are you counting each individual
No,
M&M
it's definitely
here?
bags. She breaks it down: 5 regular, 1 peanut butter, 4 caramel cold brew, 3
Yeah.
Oh,
peanut,
caramel
and
cold brew is
8
pretty
fudge
good.
brownie. I've never heard of that. That sounds good.
8 fudge brown 8.
Yeah.
I
Eight
know.
fudge
I was
brownie.
shocked. That was a lot
Good
of fudge
God.
brownie.
So like I'm trying to no, I've never bought M&Ms in bulk, but you know what, Victoria, what I want you to do. This is my task for you. I got homework. I need you to find the base like bulk quantity price of these candies. I want to know how much of a discount theoretically you're getting at Oogie Boogie if you get 200 pieces of candy.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That
Just
is a
remind me
really
later
fun
because I'm gonna do
question.
this now.
It's
Yeah.
probably like 1 bag. No, maybe 2 bags of candy. And when I was at the store recently, they were like $20 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So like 40.
How much in a bag?
Although like there's goldfish in here, there's sun chips, there's
And they're not
apples,
like
there's
baby bags
carrots.
either. They're like pretty decent sized bags of
I like
goldfish.
this idea. Oh, I like this idea of Disney giving out family-sized bags of sun chips. It's like here you go. Here's your cheddar. Here's your tomato basil. You're like, oh my god, so many sun chips, so many spooky chips.
I know one 10-year-old who would be beyond thrilled.
I loved cheddar sun chips, but then it was the only sun chip ever available for my 4 years in college in our cafeteria. Uh, and that'll really quickly get you out of the love of
Not
cheddar
if
sun
your
chips.
name is Desmond and you're sleeping in the room next to me.
He's just
Nope.
he's having sun chip dreams as we speak.
He's
Just
Not sun
dreaming
chip dreams.
just
Well, I ate
little
all of mine. I'm
prancing
sorry.
bags of sun chips.
as
I think
Ma
that
in
was
her
the first thing I ate.
kerchief and Ma in my hat. What's the children all snuggled in their beds with sun chips dancing in their heads? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What was
That
number
was
2?
all my.
I need to know about more of this candy. This has
Uh,
become the most important thing.
Milky Way. And then third place is a tie between Twix and Starburst. What is right Twix versus left Twix, Victoria?
Oh,
That's what they brand it. They
it's a
brand
marketing
like
scheme.
yeah, it's a marketing thing. Like they
Oh.
marketed left Twix and right Twix, so I felt that was important for science. So I just marketed.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
you know what? I love data. Give me all the data points you got.
You're the Nate Silver of candy, Victoria. That is a
I be
reference
trying.
someone's laughing at
Hi.
right now. That's a good
Except she doesn't
reference.
have bad takes.
No, that's very true. That's very true. You're better than Nate Silver when it comes to takes. Yeah. Okay, we gotta talk about Milky Way real quick. Are we Milky Way people?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, it really does.
Like
I'm a
I,
And
milk.
like,
I
is Milky Way the only thing around and I really want like
Yeah.
I mean, if there's other options, I'm gonna explore those options. For like, I'll say I'll eat a Milky Way before I eat an Almond Joy. I'll say that.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
controversial.
I take the almond joy over
Yeah, I'll
the
take the
Milky
Almond
Way.
Joy. I would take the Almond Joy. I will say I prefer Milky Way Midnight to any Milky Way.
I would
Oh, the Milky Way
agree.
Midnight's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do
And the
agree with
packaging
that.
just looks cool. I don't know
It
why.
does.
It
It's like
does.
dark and purple. It's
I dig it.
It's
With
like,
a
ooh, I
little
want
bit
to
of
explore
green.
that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like jazzy, sexy candy. Okay. What was the least? I need to know the least on what was the rarest of
Skittles
candies?
gummies.
And it made me
Oh.
mad.
Yeah, that would make
it's
me mad too. Like, don't tell
it's
me
racist
you
somehow.
have Skittles gummies and you're only giving me one of them.
Yeah, that's I can't say, I can't say that's racist, but how's it racist? Exactly, Victoria?
I don't
Or
know.
are we just throwing terms?
I
here?
felt scammed out
You
of.
felt scammed. You felt
I
scammed.
felt scammed.
You paid hundreds of dollars to go to a Halloween party and got 200 pieces of candy, and you feel scammed.
I mean, I got to see Judge Doom, so that's
Let's talk
technically
about
what I
Judge
paid
Doom.
for.
Let's talk about
Oh yeah,
who new diss Twitter sex icon Judge Doom. I don't know if everyone's
he's
following
the
that.
sex icon now.
Yeah, people find there's a good friend of mine on Twitter who I chat with, Bunny. She always loves a weird character, and currently it's Judge Doom. So
Oh dear.
yeah, no, it's good.
Well,
It's good. It's good. It's you got to have a spooky hunk. So he's a good spooky hunk. That works.
Jesus.
Christopher Lloyd, looking good.
Well, Judge Doom was phenomenal. I did get a lot of clips of him that I put on my YouTube about
Yeah.
him performing. His was the biggest crowd of the whole night that I
Hell
went
yeah.
to.
Because no
He
one gives
did
a
the
fuck about yokai. No one cares about
I
yokai.
feel bad because they're like his line was decent, but it was pretty much like every other villain's. Like Judge Doom really had the biggest draw for that party, I would say.
Mhm.
And he did the dip thing. He did his whole spiel about highways and tire
Ooh.
salons. And I was like,
What's
speak,
the
let him
spiel
cook.
about highways?
He's the one that comes up with a highway. That's the whole
Yeah, he's the
idea.
reason we have
Oh,
highways.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
It's been
bought
a minute.
Cloverleaf. He bought the red car, Cloverleaf Industries. Yeah,
Oh.
you gotta watch that movie again, Janine.
It's yeah, it's been a minute, and I have
It's only very incredible, and Des needs to see it
Oh yeah.
and feel awkward about
yeah.
Jessica Rabbit. That's important for young boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All young boys have got to be like,
Jesus.
I don't like this. This is strange. Why is that lady that way?
That's Desmond. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Oogie Boogie sounds like it was quite the bash.
Yes. Only thing I would say is Booty You is a lot better than Frightfully Fun.
Mm,
Frightfully Fun is short and it's okay. Booty You was better, but otherwise, party is great.
Okay. Knott's. Let's talk about Knott's Scary Farm, which is not like Oogie Boogie.
Tis
Um,
not.
I am I am assuming no candy.
There wasn't any candy.
Ugh, come on, Knott's. Just spooks.
Well, during the day they have like the family friendly stuff and you get candy
Yeah.
there, but that's not what I was invited to.
No, you got invited. You got invited to spooks.
I did, and they
So tell
spooked the
me.
fuck out of me.
So let's see here. It says I just click Knott's and I have a VPN because I'm conscientious, and I am forbidden. It says your access has been restricted. Turn off your VPN. Like, come on, Knott's. Who do you think you are? Telling me I can't have my VPN on. All right, I was gonna look up the mazes, but now someone's gonna have to tell me about them because I'm not turning off my stuff.
um Well, yeah, so they put out, this is their 50th year, so it was a really big deal for them. They put out three new mazes. So it was Room 13, which is an extension of their Goring 20 scare zone. So their Goring 20 scare zones is set in the Prohibition era. Pretty much, there's like this new cocktail that no one knows where it came from, and everyone's lit off of it, and not in a good way. So the
Oh
house is
God.
based on where it came from, and it comes from like this weird creepy hotel, and like as you go deeper and deeper through the hotel it gets like creepier and you see the effects of the elixir, which I thought was really cool. And the scare zone
Mm,
itself is really fun. Like they have parties up in there, like they were doing the tango, they were doing like just all sorts of things. They had a real live jazz band up on the balcony. It was really cool.
oh, cool.
That's
Which one
fun.
was this?
Goring 20s.
Goring 20s. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really fun. um The next one was Chilling Chambers, which is a mosh posh of classic mazes from their past, like classic ones that are no longer there.
Mm,
And for someone that's like, that was really my first knots without like any full research into the history of the
right.
maze. It was like a real nice historical layout of their most popular mazes, which I really
Oh,
liked, and it
okay.
was very organized, very well done.
Is this the one that has the circus area? There's like an elephant and there's like a fart smell or something.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. Um, this is gonna be a weird question, but I saw this online. Uh, there wasn't like a scare actor in there eating an elephant's ass, was there?
Ah, yes, that was my friend's Real Mouse Spies video. I didn't get that scene. I didn't get that scene, but I saw it and I
Oh,
was like, why are they in there eating the booty like groceries? Like,
that is hands down the weirdest thing this year, I think, in any house, in any park in America that I've seen. That is the craziest. I don't think that was in the script. I think that was a decision made
I'm
by
almost
somebody.
certain that was improvised, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? You did that. so
Oh
so
man,
that was a really good maze as well. And the last one, which I think was my absolute favorite, was Cinema Slasher.
that looks so cool.
Like, yeah, like on paper it sounds cheesy, but like the effects in that house was cool as fuck. The scare actors were amazing. So basically it's like you're going to a theater to see like this slasher trilogy, but then it comes to life and you're walking through it. So like you're going through one movie and then you go through the theater, and then like every time you do, you see like the theater just descend into madness, and like the slasher there is, it's so well done.
That's
Like
cool.
it was a very well, like when it, I would say honestly I prefer Knott's over HHN, to be honest.
Wow.
If I'm complete, because all of their houses are original. Like
Okay.
everything in Knott's is original because they don't have IP. So it's just
Hmm.
You know
like
what's
it's more
interesting?
organic.
Jessica was here on our last episode and she put Hollow Scream SeaWorld over HHN.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember she said
So
that.
there's like a little bit of a pattern going on that I'm picking up on.
I mean, I think it's just that HHN has gotten too big.
Yeah.
Like
I think
it's
so.
crowded as hell.
Yeah.
At least that seems to be the problem. What about Sir Henry's? So you go all the way to Florida for Sir
Yeah,
Henry's.
that was my crazy trip. So I came back from my birthday and then
Mhm.
flew out that Wednesday to go to to Knott's. Then the next day I flew out to go to Sir Henry's.
That's insane.
Yeah.
bonkers. How was
Uh,
it?
I'm a nutcase.
yeah.
But
Was it? Yeah.
Sir
I don't know anything about Sir Henry's, like at all. Is
Cool.
it?
So Sir Henry's is like a local haunt in
Hmm.
Plant City.
I do know
This
Plant
was an
City.
I lived
um
there.
Janine and I will
I,
agree that Plant City is just sort of a nightmare on its own.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
technically where I met my fiance
Oh, well, that's nice. I don't know.
in
There's
the
a lot of, I don't
courthouse.
know. There's a lot of like bad migrant practices in plants. Like it's
Oh,
bad
it's like
vibes.
a lot of slavery for
Yeah, it's
sure.
bad vibes in Plant City.
Yeah.
The only time I go there is for this. So
Okay, all right. So Sir Henry's, is it like in a cornfield or something, or like
We
what's the
don't
vibe?
grow
um
corn in Plant
I don't
City.
fucking know. Calm down. You're not gonna do it in a
Strawberries.
strawberry field.
so it's
I'm in the
kind of like
strawberry maze. Where am I in this strawberry maze? I can see. It's over. Okay, that's where I need to go. Not very good.
Jesus.
Not a very good maze.
Oh wait, they have like they actually do have a strawberry festival, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was there. I thought it was like
Mhm.
somewhere else for some
No,
reason.
no, it's
Hmm,
there.
good to know.
Anyway, Sir Henry's. Where is it at? What's it look like?
So yes, layout, it's technically on the edge of the forest slash in the forest. But when you first walk in, you go through a big gate. It's a very open, like it's kind of like a spoken hub system in a way, similar to Disneyland if you think about that. So you have your central area, like I would say Main Street, but it's like a hub where like there's all your food, there's all your merch. In the center is a witch hut where like you see a witch do like a ceremony every few 10 minutes or so. It has to do with the lore because everything is like original and they
Oh,
have their own
sure.
lore. There's like a trilogy of books and everything.
Whoa.
Uh, yes, so like there's basically ways you split off. They have three houses that are all new this year. New this year is a haunted hayride. They have axe throwing, and they have two escape rooms. So there's a lot to do.
Wow. Yeah.
I I only did one house because I was at that point very, very exhausted. But but I did the hayride and I did one house. And the scares in there are really good just because of the way they spread you out. And it's pretty much in pitch dark most of the time.
Ooh. Yeah.
So, so it's like with that one, I really enjoyed the haunted hayride. First off, I've never done a hayride in my life ever. So that was
There you go. You did one. Congrats.
I mean, I was concerned about the hygiene aspect because I was like, there's no blankets or anything. Like,
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good.
I was
Hay
like,
is,
whatever.
yeah, it's germ free.
Oh, but overall, it's a really nice done event. They donate a lot of their proceeds to like veteran charities, give kids the world, all that good kind of
Well,
stuff.
that's good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
But again, I it's one of those things I go to now more often because I like the lore. It's original. It's not as crowded. Um, it's very not wholesome. Like I'm trying
Down
to
to
think of
earth.
yes, down to earth.
Local.
It's a
Yeah.
very, very down to earth local kind of thing. So
That
yeah, I would definitely recommend that one for sure too.
a mom and pop spook shop, as it were. Yeah.
Celebrating 10 years.
10 years, a
10
decade.
years.
That's wonderful. Well, y'all, Halloween is nice and everything. But if you know anything about theme parks, anything at all, because it is, at least today for us, it's October 5th, which in theme park terms means. Wait,
Give me the Christmas.
what? Come on, give me the Christmas. Won't give me the Christmas. Just make a
Oh,
noise.
I need a little Christmas right this
No,
very
just
minute.
hold on. We're gonna Christmas it.
Let's
Hold on, I'm
have
gonna
a
do that
very
again.
merry.
Oh, I know why. Okay, what was I saying? Let me do this again. Uh, well,
You
and from
can.
what it seems here, oh, so, shut up. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna do it right. Let's see here. Okay, so of course, if you know anything about theme parks, it is October 5th when we're recording this, which is in theme park times basically means it is Yeah, it's Christmas time, everybody. Welcome to Christmas. We're already there. It's already holiday season for the theme parks. Yeah, we have new 2023 holiday Christmas merch that has been released for Walt Disney World and Disneyland. The majority of this, which is the same, but it is like, what's the best way to put it? It's titled for the park in question. That's kind of the big difference. Um, generic castle that works for everything, that kind of stuff. This is not exactly a visual medium, but we'll do our best here. We have a green spirit jersey that's got lights on it and says the park, and then has these kind of nifty, semi-retro Mickey and Minnie looks to
The
them.
new retro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really love their retro style that they've been going with this
It's
merch
kind of like
lately.
mid-century, like modern take on
yeah,
mid-century.
tan
Really
faced
cute.
That's a
Mickey
perfect
and
way to describe it.
yeah, modern mid-century is a great way. It's got that vibe. It's a cute shirt. There's another.
Has
Oh, is it
Christmas lights
another or
on
is it on the
it.
back? Yeah, it's on the
Back
back.
and front.
No,
So
the front
No,
is
it's the front.
Allison. The
yeah,
front
the
is
front is Alice
Allison.
in Wonderland and
Yeah,
Bambi
and
and
Peter
Peter
Pan.
Pan.
Yeah. It's kind of cute. It's kind of
I
cute.
like it.
I
I'll buy
really like
it.
it. I
I'll
won't buy
spend
it
money
because
on
I
it.
don't have money for that sort of thing. But if
No.
someone wants to buy it for me,
Yeah,
I would
not at
delight in
$80.
it.
So
Yeah, no, it's yep. I ain't got it.
I'll see you at the
Um,
warehouse. Um,
Mm,
then there's the
the
other spirit jersey.
Yeah, the blue one from last year, which has the same retro look. They're back. Is it the same print? No, it's a different. No, it's the
it's a
exact
Looks the
same.
slightly
same.
It's the
no.
exact same print, but together.
I'm certain it is, but what's throwing me off is like how the print kind of like cuts off from the front and the bottom.
Yeah. Well, if you look, there's a Pluto and Goofy. Goofy's holding a plate of food, and then there's also a picture of Goofy with gifts. So there's like 3 or 4 different images that have been created, and so the blue one has kind of all of them, and the green one has just the individual characters once. The Mickey ears, there's new Mickey ears with it looks like like pleather wreaths for the ears. And that same retro modern Minnie and Mickey in Santa hats
I'm
and
not
their
crazy
costumes.
about the bow.
It has lights in
Yeah.
it though.
Oh,
It
that's cute.
does. It
I
does.
Good
like
for her.
things that light
I
up.
Yeah.
do. You're right.
I'm sad that we're not the Buffalo trend is over because there was that year where everything Disney Christmas
Oh
was
my
Buffalo
God.
on
I
Wait,
the
what do you mean
still have
buffalo?
that. I
the
still have merch
flannel,
from that.
that Buffalo flannel look, the black and red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. So
Oh,
I
boo. That's like,
love that
yeah,
collection.
me too.
really?
Yeah, that was a big one for me. Um,
Wow.
that was Katie and I's Christmas years for Disney. We got our pair that year. They have a new Loungefly because of course they do. It seems to have the same designs from the shirts, but sort
I
of in a
don't like
recombined.
it.
It's
Not a fan
too
of it.
messy. There's too much
It's
going
too
on.
busy.
Yeah, it's
It's
Yeah.
got
too
way too
busy. I don't
much.
really like the I don't know, like eh,
It's hard to
no.
tell that it's
It's
a Christmas thing,
Yeah.
right. Like
but it
Which
doesn't
is
really
weird because
work
there's
as
a
a not
huge Christmas
Christmas
tree on
thing.
there.
But the Christmas tree kind of like fades into the
It really does.
background.
Yeah.
I feel like if the bag itself wasn't green, maybe that would have
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, who gets all the lounge flies that don't get bought? I wonder. Like, do these get like the Super Bowl loser T-shirts that go to like impoverished countries? Do lounge
No, they go
flies?
to the annual pass holder sales.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Another
saw a
another
shit ton
impoverished
there.
people. Yeah, for sure. New train. I think it's a new train. Maybe it's an old train with a new packaging. But no, they have the retro Mickey in
Mm.
the train. It's kind of a cute one actually.
Well, I'm a slut for a train, so I'm sold.
As we have said in the past, our number one train slut, Victoria. There is a hoodie. Do not open until Christmas is what it says. No, that's kind of like I don't know what to think about that.
Mm,
That's
It's
a
a
weird
bit.
thing to say.
That is a weird thing to put on a hoodie.
I mean,
Like,
I get it,
I
but
think it should be on booty shorts.
I feel like it should. Jesus Christ. I was gonna say it should be on the back, but I mean, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just being a perv. There's another T-shirt. There's one that's kind of fun. That's it has 3 villains, and they're all in Christmas. Like it's Jafar, and he's wearing like a big Santa hat, and Scar is in like an elf outfit, and it says "Leave the gifts, take your cheer," which I kind of get. Like they're it's Maleficent as well, so they're like not cheerful villains.
I mean,
I always think
you
it's
know
weird when you
what?
try to make a crossover like this, but whatever.
There was an
There's a
attempt.
market for it.
There was an attempt. There's like some angry dad or something
Oh,
that's gonna wear
100%.
this.
Yeah. And this is like when you don't have the Grinch, this is what you're stuck with.
Yeah.
So, we got Crocs. We got busy Disney Crocs with huge ass.
Enormous.
Oh my God, this is so busy.
Yeah. And
They were
have,
like, "Oh, Maximalist is back in. Let's
Yeah, man.
go."
Maximalist?
I don't charms. They call these the Croc charms. And they've
Yes.
got a holly charm, but they have these gift
Like
basket charms,
cubes.
and they
They're
are
so
they're like
huge.
I'm
They're
trying to
like
think of an
a
example.
solid inch, like a
You expect
like a
a
drink.
child to cook this on their foot?
Yeah,
like one of
a
the
drinking
light up
cube.
ice cubes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's one of
exactly
2 of those stuck to your toesies,
fun.
and they don't light up.
No, they don't.
So
I am impressed.
They missed the mark.
I am impressed with the Mickey and Minnie stockings. We
super
have.
cute.
I'm always game for teal and pink in
Same.
Christmas.
Oh my
And
God, yes.
That's
they're
yeah.
they're bringing that back in. One of these days, I'm gonna get a pink
love
tree.
it.
I
Teal
love
and
a
pink
pastel
is
holiday look.
my Christmas
Mm-hmm.
vibe that
It's
I go
good.
for.
I will
It's
make a
good,
note
it's
of that for our annual Christmas,
Our Secret Santa?
Santa.
That we definitely do.
Yeah, we do that all the time. You guys
We
just
totally
we
do that.
just,
Yeah,
We're in
definitely
our
happens.
5th year. What you talking about?
Yeah, certainly happens. Is a thing. The throw pillow is kind of nice.
I want the throw pillow so fucking bad.
Really?
I mean, it's
I-
fine, but she's really excited about it for
That's
sure.
cute.
I love a pillow and I love a blanket.
This throw pillow or this throw blanket, I think, looks cheap.
They all look cheap.
I mean, isn't that kind of what it's a? Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
the
Like with a
quality.
retro kind of vibe, isn't it supposed
It's
to kind of?
$45.
Yeah, and again, this is the same type of thing. It's green and it has the same retro figures. They really did sort of utilize a certain set of figures that were created, and they've put them in everything. The tree topper is gorgeous. I love the tree topper, which is a snowflake, a golden snowflake, and then the middle is the Mickey Mouse symbol.
I think it's
I think it's
don't
cute.
know. I didn't like it.
I mean, like I've seen way worse tree toppers from Disney. So even their ornament's kind of cute this year. Speaking of that, on a separate note, my wife and I never bought our ornament for last year. We wanted an Animal Kingdom one, and they ran out of those glass blown.
Nathan, they had those at the event.
What, the glass blown ones?
I swear to God, they had them. They had all of the holiday ornaments.
Oh, well, they've been out of that glass blown Tree of Life for 6-7 months since we left. Because every time I went to Disney Springs, I looked. But we're not really talking about it tonight. But Animal Kingdom has a new line of merchandise too, and it's really, really cute. They have an ornament in that, and so I'm having a friend of mine try to get it for me. So Janine, I might bug you if he doesn't get it for me. So let me know when you get Animal
I was
Kingdom.
like, you didn't tell me about this. You can't
No,
just commit
not
me
you.
to doing things.
I have more than
And-
one.
but then
friend,
also
Janine.
simultaneously, like, how dare you have friends other than me?
Yeah.
So-
Whoever gets there
Ridiculous.
first, I'll pay. I just need it. It's like the one thing that they don't put on Shop Disney is a nice, beautiful new Animal Kingdom ornament. So yeah, there you go. Those are the merch for Disneyland and Disney World. Sort of the basic. I would call it the basic merch. I think it's cute. It's I my belief is that it's not leaning enough one way or the other. Like it's not retro enough.
I agree.
I
Or
feel
it's
like
not
they
modern
hit it
enough.
better with the Halloween merchandise.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
And
think you're right.
I was just looking at last year's suite of Christmas merch, and they just
Mhm.
had way better stuff, like more
Mhm.
stuff and better. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
just way more stuff. I
Yeah.
really loved the like retro rainbow stripe stuff that
That's
they
right. I
had.
forgot about that. That was
Ugh,
a good one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
liked last year's better, but
Could
I
be
mean,
worse.
I'm thinking this is just like the base, and they're
It
gonna put
yeah,
100%.
out more
I'm sure
collections.
more will
So
come
Yes.
out.
Mhm.
yeah. But as far as like a base collection, I'm not terribly
Yeah.
impressed.
It is what it is. Um, what are you laughing at me?
You said twat.
You absolute child. Let's move on. I was gonna say speaking of twats, but I think everyone on this list I kind of like. Epcot's candlelight procession. I said candle night. Epcot's candlelight processional narrators have been announced this year. It's a pretty good list. I'm going to go down the list. I'm not going to say dates because I don't care that much. But we'll just go through the people. I will tell you who I don't know, and if you guys know one of these people, please let me know who they are. Chrissy Metz is going to be there. I have no idea who Chrissy Metz is. Anyone
Same.
know?
Same.
No? Cool. Okay, we're all on the same page with Chrissy Metz. Is it Louis Fonzi or
It
Louis
sounds
Fonzi?
familiar. I would need a face. I need a picture.
It's probably not the Fonz.
No. Hey, I wish it was Henry Winkler for sure. Henry Winkler can do no wrong, so that would be great. I do know Anne Margaret. That's a get right there. Anne Margaret. That's awesome.
Oh, Louis
Okay, yes, I
Fonzi is
do know this.
Despacito.
I do know Lewis.
Desposito.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who did
Yeah,
Despacito.
that's who it is. It's the guy that sings Despacito. That's why I was like, I need a picture.
You know, everyone's favorite Christmas song, Desposito. Um, okay, sure. Anne Margaret, though, we all know Anne Margaret, right?
I did not.
Give
No.
me a movie or
Oh, I'll
something.
give you a movie. Bye
Oh,
Bye Birdie for one.
Nope,
Uh,
never seen it.
Anne Margaret. She was in a movie with Elvis. She was like a star for a long time in the 60s.
I believe you.
Yeah, for sure. Some dude named Simu. I can never get his name right. Is it Lau?
Simu Liu,
Liu. Okay. Sorry, Simu.
which I'm very excited for.
We're on the Simu. There's been weird bad Simu vibes recently. People have been giving me.
I
it's always
think
been bad Simu vibes.
I think it's pass. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I think he
people
said
still
some stuff.
hate him.
Yeah.
I
People,
mean,
was
you can,
like a
yeah, feel free.
Redditor.
I don't know everything.
And
I
like
mean,
was posting cringy shit on Reddit, and
or
I
4chan,
don't.
like years ago. Like years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing anything that was particularly egregious.
No.
But it was like cringy and like, ooh, I wouldn't have been posting
it
that
wasn't
if I
anything
had
like,
a
you know,
chance
like
at becoming a
terrible. Yeah.
Hollywood
Yeah.
figure. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even want people to like dig up what I've said in the past. Who knows?
Same, please,
Yeah.
God.
Please, God. And then our Disney uncles are taking up the December 3rd through 5th and then 6th through 8th, which if I was there for my birthday, I could see Neil Patrick Harris, which would be cool. John Stamos is the 3rd through the 5th, and then Neil Patrick Harris is the 6th through the 8th. We all agree those are our Disney uncles.
Which day is your birthday?
The 7th.
That's funny. My brother's is the 6th.
I think we mentioned that before. I think we've talked
You're a
about it.
Sagittarius?
I don't know. I don't know any of
Yes,
that.
he is,
Sure.
but I don't get Sagittarius vibes. Oh,
I
guess
do.
I guess I get fire sign vibes.
Sure.
Yeah, I get fire sign. I'm getting like, I don't
Uh-huh.
know.
I get like Aries more,
Th-
like
th-
take
I was about to
charge,
say
like a
that.
cardinal sign is what I get.
Yes. Girl, we're here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
You know, I'm not saying this is what happened to you two, but I feel like a whole generation of girls like grew up evangelical, and then everyone's now like, I've left religion, but they're like, he's an Aries. Like, yeah, it's like the same shit, different words. But okay, whatever.
I'll have you know, I grew up without religion.
Yeah, so that explains your
I just have
you know,
fun with
you're
it. It's
fallen
bullshit,
you've
but
fallen
it's
into
fun
hocus pocus
bullshit.
witchery.
It's fun bullshit.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Is it good? Am I a Sagittarius? Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a
Yeah,
Sagittarius.
my favorite people
Okay.
are Sagittarians.
Fine.
Sagittarius is the sister sign to the Gemini.
Hmm.
So,
Which means
I
what?
mean,
like
yeah,
natural
Come,
besties.
come on, Earthbound. Please tell me what. What am I? All right, I'm being mean at this point. I shouldn't do this. It's Halloween Christmas time. I should be nice. Marlene Matlin, December 9th through 11th. Academy Award winner Marlene Matlin, who you
I
might know
thought you
from
weren't doing dates.
I don't know. Shut up. I'll do what I please. I'm a Sagittarius. I'll do what I please.
That is very Sagittarius of you.
That is
Firstborn. The Marley Matlin, if you don't know, she is a deaf actress. She was in not too long ago the Apple movie that was Best Picture. Gosh, I'm just totally blanking on what it was called. Children of
A Lesser God.
Deaf Adults. She was in Children of a Lesser God.
Oh, okay.
She literally won the Oscar for that. Yeah.
And Coda.
Coda, that's the one I was looking for. Yes.
That's what it was. I was
But
trying to remember the other one.
We love everyone we just said, but y'all.
Yeah,
I'm so
this is the
sad
one where
I can't
was
go
like,
to this.
Y'all.
I'm so sad.
This is
Brendan Fraser's
on the
going to be
calendar.
there.
And
Brendan
I can't
Fraser.
believe they got him.
Brendan Fraser. It's such a weird get too. Like you think of him as a Universal guy for some reason.
Well, duh, not for some reason, because
Well,
he
he's
didn't
got
get
it
his
right.
coffee.
Yeah, he didn't get his coffee. That's true. But he is George of the Jungle, and that's a Disney movie. So I think it is. Yeah.
That was a big part of my childhood.
Yeah. Watch out for that tree. But Brendan Fraser is going to be there for a couple days. That just sounds great. He's probably going to be so sweet and cool. Eva Longoria. We all know who Eva is, of course. Joey McIntyre. Someone please tell me who Joey McIntyre is.
He's from either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
He's in that boy band, right?
No, that's
Yeah.
Joey Fatone.
Oh, well, fuck if I know.
Joey McIntyre.
It says he's a singer.
There are a lot of singers who aren't in Backstreet Boys.
Oh, he was in New Kids on the Block. Do I look like a New Kids on the Block girly?
Okay.
I'm not a New Kids on the Block
Yeah,
girly.
What a
Victoria and I were
weird-
too young. We were old enough to know that he's a boy band guy, not old enough to know which boy
What
band.
a weird ass get.
That is weird. That is
Like,
that's
there's
fascinating.
There's some real heavy hitters this year. You've got Academy Award winners, and then you're like, no offense, Joey, but like, it's just weird. Sterling
they
K. Brown
can't-
is back.
I'm sorry.
They have to
Mm.
pay these people, so like you
Yes, ma'am.
shell out on a few people,
Yeah.
and then
Bet you Joey
Yeah.
lives in Florida. Bet you money. Sterling K. Brown, he's back. Last
Says
year
he's
he
new.
did it. No, he's not new. That's a lie.
It says on
He's-
here it's new.
He's not new. That's an absolute lie. Sterling K. Brown, for those people know who Sterling K. Brown is, right? Y'all know?
I mean,
I know.
I know who Sterling K. Brown is.
Yeah, I was assuming so. Who's he married to? Wait, no. I'm getting my people mixed up. Sterling K. Brown has not been there before. Or he was like a couple years ago. I thought he
you know
was
what?
in
I
it-
just found a YouTube video. Disneyland's candlelight
Okay.
That's what it
processional
was. He was Disneyland's.
in 2021.
Okay. You know who I'm getting him mixed up with? I'm getting him mixed up with Courtney Vance. I'm getting him mixed up with Courtney B. Vance. That's what's happening.
I don't know who that is.
Courtney B. Vance is another African American actor, but he is married to Angela Bassett. And last
Oh.
year,
Shit,
Courtney
they're still
B-
married?
yeah, ma'am, for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And Courtney was there for like the first couple, like it was like he had one dates and then she had the next one. And I was like, oh, they thought this went out because they got like a mega vacation at Disney for free. And it was just because like half of them were doing something every night, like super smart. So my bad. Sterling K. Brown's new, at least for Disney. I was thinking of Courtney B. Vance. Jordan Fisher, I know the name. I don't know who Jordan Fisher is. though. I'm so
Nathan, he
sorry. I
sings Happily
know.
Ever After.
Yeah, that's how I know him. I hear he's really nice. I know people who have met him, and he's a really sweet guy. And then as a weird turn of events, this seems to be where he's at a lot of the time for some weird reason. Stephen Curtis Chapman is back to do Christmas.
Who's that?
Stephen Curtis
No
Chapman
idea
was
who
a.
that is.
This is let the white man in the room tell you who Stephen Curtis Chapman is. Let me tell you.
Oh
let
dear.
the white evangelical tell you. He is a
Oh.
contemporary Christian singer. Who's been around for ages and ages. And at one point, interesting fact, was in the playlist for Dinosaur Land, Dino Land, Animal Kingdom, because he
Oh,
has a song
wow.
called "Dancing with the Dinosaur."
Oh, I know
And
that song.
yeah, it's a song about uh basically how creationism is real, but it's opaque enough they used it in Dino Land. Very weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Audra McDonald is after that. I don't know why anyone would want to do it after, but sure.
I mean,
Uh,
especially with it being her, like that seems kind of like an insult.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird to have her so late, but maybe that was her choice, you know, like a
That's
post Christmas
true.
vacation. You never know.
It could have been like a, a schedule thing too. So who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh yeah, she was in the Beauty and the Beast. I always forget about that.
Mhm.
Who was she in Beauty and the Beast?
I think she was Mrs. Potts.
No, that's Angela Lansbury, fool. There's
No,
such a difference.
no, talk on Broadway, right?
Oh, okay. Maybe so.
I think Emma.
Emma Thompson was in the movie.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
What do you mean, unfortunately? She was like the
she
best part.
was not good.
Cut it out. That movie's not very good anyway, but that's just me. Um,
Oh, she was the wardrobe in that movie.
oh, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, okay.
And then Lisa Ling is the 29th through the 30th. Lisa Ling is the name sounds familiar.
She was oh God. I want to say she's the reporter.
Oh, she's on Good Morning America? No,
I want
CBS.
to I
CBS
want to
Sunday
say
Morning or something.
yes, CBS. Yes, that's what it was.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, was she on The
Really?
View? She was on The View. That's what I know her from, I think.
She
Like
was on The
20
View?
years ago.
Yeah, like ages and ages and ages and ages ago. So anyway, we all agree it peaks at Brendan Fraser. Okay, so that's Christmas news. Let's move on to film and TV, and talk a little bit about Ahsoka. I finished it. Victoria, did you get to finish it?
I started it and then I just ended up watching a YouTube video that broke it down in 20 minutes.
Yeah, why not? Because it's super fucking boring. Janine, did
You
you?
know
You don't
what?
watch it. Janine didn't watch it. Janine
Hell
looks at me
no.
like, "Why did you even ask?"
Not even. This is,
No,
this
but
is
really,
a
why did you?
conversation that I'm not part of.
Okay,
I
we'll make
mean,
it quick then.
it started off.
I'll
Oh,
get to be the
like
person where I'm like, I don't know what happened. Why don't you tell me about it? Because I'm the audience stand-in.
Yeah, that's your position when it comes to these things. Always and forever. We appreciate
I
that.
know Nathan
You
has
have better
stronger
things to
opinions
do.
than me.
I hated it. I hated it. I hated it.
I mean, I
It
wouldn't say I
is
hated it.
it is crass like garbage.
Crass.
Here's why I think it's crass, because it's not crass itself, but it is a industry product that says, I don't have to give you television structure. I'm just going to give you movie structure and just milk it and stretch things out. This is a hour and a half movie at best. There is nothing here. Like, there's so many and I like a pause. I thought Andor, which is the best thing that Disney has made in Star Wars, maybe period, um, took its time. I have no issue with taking its time. This show, though, as I've mentioned in this podcast before, literally characters would talk like this, and it would just take forever to get anything done. Long pauses. Didn't you find that, Victoria? It just took forever to get things done.
I, I don't. I towards the end, I would like. I feel like in the first, what episode did Anakin show up?
That was
Second,
the best
third?
episode.
Well, Dave Filoni
Spoilers,
did
people.
that. Dave Filoni can
Spoilers.
do nothing wrong. But I think after the
Never wrong.
halfway through, it kind of just like creeped really slow. And like I think the only thing that was really pushing it for me was getting the Thrawn. And we got the Thrawn super quick. I was very shocked how quick we got there.
Right.
And
And
then
what I thought was really funny too is I knew what Lars Mikkelsen looked like. And he voiced the character, of course, in Rebels, and
oh
he's
yes.
incredible. And I love Rebels. But you kind of think like, oh, are they gonna like Like, what are they gonna do? And then they just make him blue. It's just Lars
Yeah,
Mickelson blue.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, I mean,
No,
okay, we're doing that.
I
And
thought they were
then
gonna like. I thought there was gonna be they were gonna hunk him up a little more. Or I mean, he's older. He's older. You know, it's been
that was my
years.
thing. Yeah. Like I was like, are
Um,
they gonna like de-age him? Like like how far are we going with the CGI here? So I guess
yeah, they really
I
didn't.
don't know. There was a lot of strikes going on. Who knows? But
It looked fine. It was just funny to see. Oh, okay. Tron
it
is
was just
just
like,
or Tron. You know, he's just Lars Mickelson. That's just
I
Thrawn looks like
mean, Ray
Tron.
Stevenson though, he was
Oh, so
truly
good.
the saving grace. Not to
Yeah.
say I
R.I.P.
personally didn't hate it. I feel like I've seen worse things, to be honest. Like I didn't
I
I'm not gonna
just
compare.
felt.
It was slow. It could have been better.
I just
I
feel
will
like
say that.
I'm like I don't know. It's either that Disney can't shovel Star Wars and Marvel enough in my face, and I'm like, okay, can I take a break? Can I take a break? Or they're like, hey, we're gonna give you this, but we're gonna just really milk it, and like it's gonna take forever.
Yeah, I
And
think Liam Neeson mentioned something about that like last month. They were like they've pretty much have like extended Star Wars too far when it didn't really need to be this much. And
yeah,
I think they're kind of just oversaturating their own IP and
oh,
we're
totally,
getting
100%.
exhausted.
Yeah,
Like I'm
a hundred
tired.
percent. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaving Disney Plus. I'm not renewing it. Does that mean I'm still going to watch the occasional Disney show? Yeah, because like yo ho. But at the same time, like I don't find it a product that is has done enough to suggest that I need to pay for it all the time. And I was
That's
sharing it
true.
with my family, and now that they're gonna, they're about to, make
Yeah,
passcode
that's
sharing really difficult.
nuts.
So they raise the price, they double the price
Yeah, I
since the
think
last
it's
time
gonna
I
be
paid.
13.99 now, and it
Mhm.
was originally 10.99, which I
I
was matter of fact, I was discussing that with somebody else, and I was like, for the amount of product, quote unquote, and content that they have or
mhm.
lack thereof on their platform, it doesn't justify that price jump.
Yeah. And that kind of brings us to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is that Disney Plus is cracking down on password sharing in Canada, or they're about to. And that's definitely coming here. And I agree. I don't think I remember we paid annually and then split the cost between those who were using it. And I think we started at 70, and that might have been the introductory, like have a sample rate. But now it's like 120. Like that's insane. And all you provide, if they had any show that could take off, you know, what I think is interesting is like, and I know it's a completely different company, and Apple is just so full of money because of the iPhone and everything like that. I get it. It's a totally different thing, and they don't need to make money off this stuff. They don't really care. It's something they want to do. But I got Apple TV Plus, and I immediately was like, there are 8 shows here that I'm obsessed with. Like immediately there was original content that was interesting. Disney has yet to have a success in original content. Like they
That is
have
very
not.
true.
Like I can't think of a single thing that's not Marvel or Star Wars that has had any
I
buzz
mean,
whatsoever.
they got like little sleeper hits, and it's not, but it's like it's not. They're not shows that can extend necessarily. Like they got the Imagineering story that I
I was just
loved,
thinking about that
Yeah,
one.
I
and
love that for
Behind the
sure.
Attraction, but like
Niche.
two is very niche, and it's like you have Fox, you have Hulu, you have your
Hmm.
own IP, and you telling me you couldn't come up with anything original that'll stick?
Yeah. Well, it's weird that like even things like Bob's Burgers aren't on Disney Plus yet. Hulu has just been this absolute like rope around their neck. Like it is not. So they kind of bought into it when everyone else was bought into it, and now they own the majority of it because they bought Fox, and now they're like they're gonna combine Disney and Hulu at some point, and we're gonna have like every other. People get kind of freaked out, and they're like, oh, you can't have like rated R stuff on Disney Plus. Well, first of all, there already is. Deadpool's on Disney Plus as we speak, which is weird.
That part.
Um, in the sense that it's like one, it's like three. There's like 3 movies that are rated R on Disney Plus. It's so weird. Um, but Hulu, everywhere else in the world, they have everything. Everything that's on Hulu is on their Disney Plus. And if that was the equation, if I was going to be getting FX programming and I was going to be getting that kind of stuff, that would be worth it to me. but
Yeah.
it's not there. It's not there. Who knows?
I
I might come
mean,
back.
from what I recall, well, to start, they're about to have their earnings call, and I have a feeling that's why all those offers suddenly dropped too. Because I notice every time they drop like a big dookie offer like that,
Hmm.
that kind of gives me a hint of what their earnings call is going to be, and it's
Ain't
gonna
gonna
be a
be
fucking
good.
doozy.
Yeah.
And two, I remember reading from that one article about Iger and Chapek and their whole beef, that they said that they want to hit, what was it, like 240 million something subscribers by next year,
Yeah. Right.
and they lost like 60,000 in the last quarter.
Yeah.
And someone said Lightning had to strike 5 times before they would hit that number. If anything, they'll hit it by 2027.
Yeah. It's just not possible.
It's a
Um,
mess.
yeah, it's a big mess. But anyway, I want to we kind of mushed this all together. But the last thing I want to say about Ahsoka by itself is I love David Tennant and I love his character that he played in Rebels, Hugh Yang, the master droid, the droid maker of lightsabers.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I
that
think
was a
that
good
they should
character.
add him to the lightsaber building in Batu. Um, I think he should be. There should be an animatronic of him in that experience. I think that'd be really rad. Um, but I don't know necessarily where he's at in that canon. So who gives a shit about that canon anymore anyway? But um, yeah, we'll see. I loved him and I loved Ray Stevens, as you said. Like I'm R.I.P. because that was incredible. Um,
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but they're all setting up like a big movie that they're gonna release or something, and like, man, you're gonna have to really pull me to go see it, which sucks. I hate being this way.
Yeah.
Um, I really do. It's not where I want to be with Star Wars. Um, but some good news on the film and TV front. Walt Disney Pictures, their in-house VFX workers, following Marvel's VFX workers doing it, the in-house workers are now unionizing under the the IATSE, along with those Marvel workers, which is pretty incredible.
I've
For
heard
those,
so many horror stories
oh
from these
yes,
VFX and like
well that's one reason that all the shows look like shit is
yeah.
because they pump them out and they don't give a rat's ass about how long the computer animators actually need. They're just like, get it out. We need it by this date. We've told people. And they're not going to get away with that stuff anymore. You can't schedule that way. It's been terrible. So yeah, there's 50 of them. I'm sorry, there's 50 at Marvel. I'm trying to see how many there are at Disney total. 13 is what it says. Voted unanimously at a vote 13-0 to unionize.
I think
Um,
that's 13 local factions.
I think it would have to be.
Yeah, there's no way.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it's got to be because this is Dead Wranglers, witness, camera operation, production staff. It can't just be 13 people, though. That would explain a lot.
it says IAT SE organizer Mark Patch says the aim would be to have members of such a local work under the basic agreement contract already used by entertainment workers in 13 locales. I don't know. I don't
Including the
know.
Cinematographers Guild. Basically, there are multiple guilds that fall under the IATSE, that sort of work together as a larger union. I'm trying to find the name of the ITSE. I always forget what it is. The International blah, 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 something something. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head.
It's like theater and something.
Yes, theater, and stage entertainment. Ooh, I'm sorry, I don't
International
remember.
Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees.
There you go. Yeah, they fall under stage, which is really strange.
Founded in 1893 is why.
Yeah, hell yes.
That rules.
Yeah, go Union. Union strong. So that's exciting. I'm happy about that. It's really good. So, all right, that's all the news for this week. We're gonna get into our segments, and you know what? Here's something that I realized recently, which is, sometimes we have accidents that happen because people are bad at theme parks. Sometimes we have accidents and people want to sue, but sometimes we just have accidents. And we need our own segment for just accidents, right? I don't want to say, I'm not trying to praise people being hurt. Sometimes there's just weird accidents that we need to talk about. And this is the new segment where those are going to be talked about. And it's called You Done Goofed. All right, Janine. So we got one lady that done goofed over at Tron. Can you explain what happened?
I don't know how much this lady has goofed so much as the fates have just decided to
Yeah.
fuck with her.
Yeah. I mean, her body done goofed in that sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a large category for the goofing.
Yeah,
in
I mean,
this.
I guess she just goofed by being 5'2" and petite and trying to ride Tron.
Apparently it can't fit larger people, and it breaks
And if you're
tiny
too
people.
small,
It'll break you in
break
half.
your rib.
What exactly happened?
Yeah, so this poor lady wrote that when she reached up to pull down the handlebars, she felt a pop. She says she broke her fifth rib on her right side, right under her arm. She says she thinks it's because she's so petite, 5'2", 113 pounds.
Oh, wow.
She says, I think the pressure of the bike pushing against me and then having to reach to grab the handles was too much. With broken ribs, the pain is persistent but not bad the first few days, but gets progressively worse. I didn't realize it was broken. I rode Tron and all the other roller coasters I could. That didn't help.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah. She said she did add Disney has been great. They offered to pay medical expenses and are doing a safety check. So she was sharing this story just as a precautionary tale for other
Yeah,
folks.
she just it seems
I
emailed
mean,
Walt Disney World
fair.
News today. So
I mean, that, you know what? Okay.
Yeah, so she's not suing them. Disney's taking care of her, and she's just being like, "Hey, heads up, if you're 5'2" and 113 pounds, this may break your rib."
yeah. So there you go.
That sucks.
That
I'm
does suck.
sorry. Yeah,
So
that's
weird.
painful.
Does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our first ever You Done Goofed. But we are now going to move on to a international Beware Our Guest. Now, this is a little treat. I have not told Janine and Victoria about this, but we have a correspondent this week. Sarah has recorded in about a thing she has saw today at Disneyland Paris that she texted us and said, "Hey, I saw a Beware Our Guest." So here's Sarah to talk about her own personally witnessed Beware Our Guest.
Hello, rats! It's me, Sarah, coming to y'all live from Disneyland Paris. If you couldn't hear it in the background, I don't know, Nathan. I hope this isn't copyrighted music. Good luck. But anyways, I have missed being on the podcast. I have missed talking to everybody and like getting everyone's views and opinions. It has definitely been a minute, but I have been traveling the world. And when I come back, you better believe I will be giving you a full rundown on my thoughts on everything Disney, specifically the Disneyland Paris park. Because trust me, I have so many thoughts on everything that has happened today. But specifically, this is what we're here for, okay? This is literally fresh, hot off the press, girl. Like, I had to come and I had to give you all the tea, okay? This was a Beware Our Guest in the wild. This is fresh. It's not stale, okay? Let me tell y'all what I saw. So I'm sitting there at Adventures Campus in Walt Disney Studios Paris, right? Sitting in front of Flight Force, okay? I'm sitting, and there is Guardians of the Galaxy, the dance party going on. The one that we've typically seen in, like, DCA. And I didn't even know that they had one here, but anyways, they have it, right? Everyone's trying to get a good view. They love the Guardians. Who doesn't love the Guardians? But I don't love the Guardians this much, okay? There was a girl. Mind you, she's wearing a short skirt, so the screws are a little loose because of what she did next. She decides to go ahead and climb a tree so that she could get a better vantage point on this dance party. Why? Again, screws are a little loose. The cast member is literally yelling at this girl in French and in English to get down. At first, she acts like she doesn't know what he's saying, like she's ignoring him. And then she, like, starts talking back at him, almost yelling at this man. And he's just, like, you can tell he's getting exasperated, like, he was pissed. I'd never seen a cast member, like, look like he was about to jump this girl. So then he like, as he's about to, like, try to, like, get her down, she finally decides to come down. And she kind of, like, just stares at him and, like, is angry, and then her family is angry at him, and he just decides to walk away. So that was it. But this isn't even the first occurrence that I have seen today of guests not like abiding by the rule. Like, you know what? No wonder people say that the French cast members are like, you know, on it, because they are so like tired of the bullshit. Like, you really see this park, a lot of the guests just do not really care about the rules. They don't care about the park in general. And you know, that's a very interesting, you know, phenomenon with this park. It just, the vibe is very different, which again, I'll explain once I come back fully. But that was Beware Our Guest live. And you know what? I kind of hope that we get more of these, because this is honestly a little fun. But yeah, why there's no video, we were all too stunned to speak. Truly, we were very stunned. But anyways, get back to the episode. I hope you guys have a great time. And my rats, I miss you all. I love you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, there you go. That is
So nice to hear her voice.
Yeah, our foreign correspondent, Sarah, who is out and about enjoying Disneyland Paris today. All right, so there you go. That's a Beware Our Guest. And now we're going to move on because we still got stuff to talk about. And we're going to court.
Put them together, and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi.
All right, Bibbidi Boppity Sue. We have Victoria. We got 2 stories in the Bibbidi Boppity Sue. And we'll finally get to the one Janine desperately wants to talk about. So let's begin, though, with a woman suing Disney for a 3-foot fall on Test Track.
Yeah, this one kind of threw me for a loop too. So yes, an Orange County woman is suing Disney after she fell, and now this is where I was lost. She fell and hurt herself during a ride evac of Test Track this year. So she filed the lawsuit against them this week, is seeking more than $50K. Now, what she stated was that she was riding on St. Patrick's Day. So keep in mind, it is October 5th. Yeah, so there's that.
I'm sure she was totally sober then as well.
I'm sure she was. So she was riding Test Track. The ride broke down. It malfunctioned. It shut down in the middle. The cast member on the intercom said that they had to get out. A second cast member led the group away, and she followed and fell into a 3-foot drop off, which caused a quote unquote permanent injury. But the lawsuit doesn't detail how exactly she got hurt. So we don't really have anything anything to really go off with as far as detail versus the second one we're about to talk with, which gave us a lot of detail.
Yeah.
But
let's start with this one though. Anyone else?
Morgan and Morgan.
Morgan and Morgan. Yeah, I was gonna say Morgan and Morgan.
Oh, this is sus. This is sus.
It's very sus, right? Like,
yeah.
Even before I saw it was Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah. I think that there's footage, right? There's footage.
It's gotta
this
be.
is a ride that's on the track, so I assume Disney will have what they need to have. So if she fell, I just can't imagine someone falling. Generally, these paths are pretty wide or like away
I guess it depends on where specifically she evac'd.
Where in Tron is there a 3-foot Tron? Where in Test Track is there a 3-foot drop? I can't even fathom.
I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I know, like, a specific part. Like, I'm trying to replay the ride. Am I right?
I mean, you're on that hill. There's, where you go uphill and go back down.
But this seems like a Dave question.
Yeah, I need to talk to a man who's actually put in like room for safety evacs. Because this is sus. Sus. Shall we move on to the next one though?
Ooh, chow. Yeah. All right, so I guess I should do like a trigger warning.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because it does get a really graphic. Yeah. So all the news outlets have been stating that a couple filed a lawsuit against Disney for a quote unquote painful wedgie. But if you actually read the article, it's definitely not just a wedgie. All right, so I'll just get into it. So
it's internal damage.
Yes, it's a lot. So get ready. So they're suing because the company failed to warn guests of the inherent dangers presented when they got on a water slide. I'm not about to pronounce that shit.
Humunga cowabunga.
There you go.
Yeah, you do that because I wasn't going to do it. So They filed a complaint detailing an incident that happened in 2019, and they're seeking 50K in damages, but based
No,
on what,
it's more than 50K. So when they say, like, basically when you file a suit, you have to check a box and say, like, I'm seeking less than 50,000 or I'm seeking more than 50,000, and that's all that gets made public.
okay,
So
got it.
she could be asking for the moon.
Mhm.
They're
Which
just going to
rightfully
report.
so.
Yeah.
So, oh shoot. Okay, so basically they were visiting in October 2029. She got on the ride with her daughter, which is a 214 foot side by side body slide that goes 40 miles per hour in the
Is this
dark. It's
the
like a draw.
is this the biggest one or the second
Yeah.
biggest one?
It's
This
the
is
biggest one, I want to say.
okay.
Is that correct, Janine?
I think so. I don't do these
No, me
types of
neither.
rides.
I'm
Yeah, I
baby.
don't either. So I'm the wrong one to ask. But the complaint basically said that at the top of the slide, riders are instructed to cross their legs at the ankles. Um, Visual warnings aside, the suit alleged that riders were not told to do that. And her body lifted up at the end of the slide. She got into the air, was slammed down against the slide, which increased the likelihood of her legs becoming uncrossed. And the impact, basically, the impact of the water at the
As
bottom
a
of the
pressure
slide,
washer to the crotch is what happened.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So water was, I don't even really know how to politely say this. Basically, she suffered
It went up the
internal,
Typhoosy Lagoosey. All right, that's what
not the
happened here.
Typhoosy Lagoosey.
No.
Yeah,
So
it
the
did. That's
force
what
was
happened.
so strong, it caused immediate and severe pain internally and internal bleeding, permanent bodily injury to the point where she had to get, I believe it was reconstructive
Reconstructive
surgery
surgery.
Oh
on
boy.
her vaginal organs and it caused like bowel laceration and ugh, it makes me a little queasy. I'm not even gonna
It's
lie.
messy, messy mess.
Like and from what I recall, they said there was like blood immediately, from what I was told. So,
And it seems
um,
she left. Like it doesn't seem she was attended by anyone. It seems like
yeah, I
she
think they just left immediately because like the injuries were so bad, like they didn't inform anyone, I suppose.
I guess. That seems strange to me. I'm
That's
again,
the part that seems strange. Yeah.
I I I don't know how else this could have been done. This is one of those weird things. Like if we look at the last one with the test track thing, it's like, all right, you break your ankle, and then you say, oh no, actually, I was getting off a test track, and oops, that's what happened there. Disney, I'm suing you, right? Um, there's really no other way you get a bunch of water up there, like
I mean,
besides going down one of these slides. There's not like a bidet can't do this to you. So like, there's no, I can't
she
think of
was also
another
going
thing.
like 40 miles per
I
hour.
know. That's what I'm saying. And
So,
if she did it at another water park, she would sue that water park. So it doesn't feel like something that's fake to me at all.
I mean,
Because like,
yeah, this just seems too wild and like this is definitely
I just want to
I
say
mean,
that her lawyers did her a fucking disservice by putting anywhere in that complaint the words painful wedgie.
yeah, there's nothing to do with a wedgie in this
It's
thing.
nothing to do with a
was that
wedgie.
their doing or was
That was
that
their doing.
really?
Yes. And I'm sure it's like the context and yada, 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 but the headline is painful wedgie because it's technically not incorrect
Yeah.
and it's
Instead of being
sensational.
vaginal laceration, which
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this one's suit for the moon. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
This
I
one,
mean, I'm like, girl, I mean, and this happened in 2019, so I can
yeah.
only imagine what she's dealing with now.
But I also don't understand. Well, I guess I can understand why it took that long. But
No,
I
I get
also
it. Yeah, I get it.
I guess I'm going to play the numbers game a little bit, which is it can't be just that she didn't cross her feet. And I know there's like distance and weight and body type, and there's a lot of factors in how you speed down a thing,
Hmm.
um, for sure. Uh, but like you would imagine this has happened to other people if it was something that could be replicated easily. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems like a very
Mm,
specific amount of circumstances all at the same time. Not that
yeah, I
it's
get what
wrong,
you're
not that
saying.
it's not that she lying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure this could be replicated easily. It's not, unless there's a bunch of people that have just not talked about it. There doesn't seem to be a consistency of this occurring in the park.
I mean, even then, how do you like scientifically prove it's like you said, you can't really necessarily replicate this or
Right.
anything. I mean, it's a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, if she got the paperwork and she did get
Yeah.
the shit done, then
Yeah. If she went to the, an Orlando hospital the day that she also they have record of her having a water park entrance.
and
How
then they
else
would
could this
have like a
happen?
ticket. Like they would have a
Right.
ticket. They would have like
I mean,
Disney.
yeah,
she
all
also
that
took
shit.
an ambulance, so
Okay. Yeah, for sure. There's
She
record.
paid. Damn, she must got money.
Well, that's probably why she's suing, because ambulance, man.
yeah.
My arm
I
could
would
be
have just
falling
been like,
off and I wouldn't call
just
an
get me a
ambulance.
Uber.
Yeah,
No, they're gonna charge you. You're bleeding all over their
I
Uber.
that's
mean,
true. One
charge me.
star.
It'll still be cheaper than a goddamn
Absolutely.
ambulance.
That's true. Cleaning for sure. Yeah, this stinks. It's bad. But best to
Yeah. Well,
her.
I hope they give her what she's due because clearly
Mhm.
that's just such an like the difference in the first one versus this
Yeah, it's real rough. Not the same. Not the same thing.
So, important thing to note: not Morgan and Morgan.
Not Morgan and Morgan? I thought it was Morgan and Morgan.
No,
I read
no,
Morgan and
they're
Morgan at some
Wagner,
point.
McLaughlin, and Whittemore.
Okay.
one.
Interesting.
They're
I
Tampa-based.
swear I heard Morgan at one point. But
Well, that was on the
That was the other one, right?
Whiplash one.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right, the
they
Whiplash
show
one.
they show photos of the swimsuit she
No.
was wearing.
No, don't need this.
I'm
It's
gonna
in the
politely
exhibit.
decline that. No,
No,
thank
ma'am.
Well,
you.
no, like the stock image, like the model image, just to show like
Oh,
this is
of the
like you
swimsuit?
can't blame
Oh,
that she was
okay.
wearing some impractical. It was just a normal one piece.
It's not like I thought you were gonna give me some real Silence of the Lambs looking ass pictures.
Yeah, I
here
was
in a
about to say,
second. I was like,
ma'am.
no, thank you.
No.
No,
No,
I'm
thank
good.
you. I'm good. I'm good.
Edward McGuinness, her husband, has suffered loss of his wife's care, comfort, consortium support, and services.
Okay. Okay,
Fuck
buddy.
off with that.
Okay, buddy.
That is technically like a legal thing, though. Is
Yeah.
like there is precedent for
Yeah.
suing because you don't.
Sir,
get to
sir,
have
what are
sex
you
with
suing
your
for?
spouse.
Daddy
That's
horny.
still a thing.
It's
yeah.
my understanding. Yeah, it's loss of
That's nuts.
loss of
That's still
ability
a
to have
thing.
sex is kind of like that's a pretty real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like you mess up my wife, so now she can't sleep with me, so now I can sue you. It's like, can you sue your wife's affair partner? Like,
Oh,
mean-
not in this scenario. You just mean in general terms.
I just mean like
Yeah,
this
how
idea
does-
that someone's negligence can.
Well, she probably said yes to this, like use
for
of
s-
this term.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
for sure.
I mean,
It's,
I'm sure.
it's
I'm
part
sure.
of it. It's part
I'm
of
sure.
it. It's
You
just
know.
dressing. It's like, hey, she can't have sex anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
I
polite
mean-
way to do that.
Yeah.
Well, we feel for that. That's not great.
Yeah, that sucks.
No Disney, no free Disney passes will make up for not
Mm-mm.
having the horizontal polka. So, come on now. And with that, let's go to the mailbag.
So mail someone a letter, even just a card will do. You know it's nice when the postman has a letter in a sack for you.
Yes, let me open up the mailbag here. What do we have? What's such great letters? Here's one. Here's one from John. Hello, John. John says, "What can I do to give CMs the easiest time possible when I'm a visitor? I work at a grocery store, and very often the customers remind me of kids who leave the toys out after playtime. They don't understand that the little things they do wrong or leave behind add up to big frustrations for me. I've been there. I used to work at a grocery store. I get that. I remember those
Mood.
days.
Same.
How can I avoid the issue at Disney parks and restaurants? I throw away all my trash properly, but if there's liquid in my cup, is that a big problem for custodians? Do the folks working Galaxy's Edge actually want to talk about Star Wars with me in quasi roleplay ways? Is it a huge annoyance to try to get an autograph from a character walking on their way to backstage? And do the cast members at shops prefer me to use the mobile checkout feature from the app especially if there's a line for the registers, etc. Thank you, and the podcast is brilliant. Thank you.
Aw.
We appreciate you
These are all
listening.
good
These
questions.
are all really good questions.
Right. This is very considerate.
Yes, I feel I have to point out here that if you're asking these questions, you're probably doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably already you're well and above the normal guest. Yeah, no, let's go one at a time with these because I think they're all interesting.
Let's
I throw away
see,
my trash properly, but there's still liquid in my cup. Is that a big problem for custodians? I would say, as someone who has done custodial work, I would say not really, as long as the bag doesn't break.
Yeah, it's double bagged usually.
Yeah, as long as it's like double bagged and it's not
Which
like
I'm
a whole
sure
damn cup.
Disney, like I've seen, like they double bag.
Yeah, they definitely double
they're
bag.
like pretty beefy bags too.
Yeah, and especially like Epcot, like there's
It's
a ton
happening.
of that.
Yeah.
It's
They have to
ton of it.
plan for that. Like if
Yeah.
they have an issue with that happening, it's on their employer to remediate it.
And I am one who would agree that it would be cool if they had a dump
your
area.
drink- yeah.
Yeah, but that would it'd take like three days before some drunk is drinking out of the. Don't even act like it wouldn't happen.
Lord.
And then how can I avoid? Let's see here. Do the folks around Galaxy's Edge actually want to talk about Star Wars with me in quasi role playing mode? I think it totally depends on who you're talking to. If they
agree.
If they say Bright Suns to you, you can go ahead and play around a little bit.
For sure.
Because there is no.
If they're like, how are you paying?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, with the credits, and like maybe that's annoying.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people behind you. But sometimes they'll say, like, if they use the right words, you can.
Yeah.
I think it's case by case basis, and it depends on who you're talking to and where you're at. Like, if they look busy, they're probably busy. If they're standing around and they're holding like sometimes you'll see the pet shop people and they'll have a toy and they'll be like, "Oh, look, like, have you ever adopted one of these?" Like, if they ask you leading questions, like, play along. It can be a lot of fun. It just kind of depends, I think. You will. Again, you're asking these questions, so you won't be the most annoying person they've ever met. I promise.
No, for sure.
Yep. Is it a huge annoyance to get an autograph from a character walking on their way to backstage? Probably, only because they can't see you very well. They're like they can do standing and kind of doing autographs, and then they're walking. And I think those are two different sort of.
Most likely they won't
processes.
do it if they're walking, though.
Most likely they won't see you.
Unless you're like a small child.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're usually hot, especially if they're coming out from behind backstage to go to a place. They're usually heading towards that, and they don't want to get crowded. And then when they're heading out, they are about to pass out. So let them
if anything, just ask the attendant, because most likely there'll be an attendant with you, and they'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If you really want a lot of autographs, stick around American Adventure at Epcot.
Oh, yes, very
usually
true.
Midday. I would say about 6 or 7 characters pop out on the left side of American Adventure, and they're just there, and they're like, heavy hitters like Mickey and Goofy and Pluto and
International Gateway too.
Yeah. So those are good places to sort of keep, and they're usually kind of off to the side so people don't crowd very quickly, and you can get pictures and autographs really easily. That's like a big thing. Yeah, I think those are all great questions. Should you use mobile checkout? I used mobile checkout once or twice, but you still have to get checked out by somebody. Like, you still have to get in a line and say, "Hey, I paid for this." So I don't think it really matters. They're there to check you out. Whether you use mobile checkout or a register, like, use whatever's the quickest, because if they're not busy, then they can help you and it's not a big deal. Either way. So you're another person doing anything. You make sure but I would also say to John, you deserve your space as well. So you are a guest and you are allowed to take up a little bit of space. So don't feel like you can't. It's okay to check out normally.
If you prefer to be in the, you don't have to go the quickest route, just whatever you're most comfortable with.
Man, John, you paid money to take up space there. Take up the space.
Yep.
You're all good. Again, you're not going to be a jerk even taking up a little space, because you're asking the right questions. So more people like you at Disney parks would be good, I would say. So thank you, John. Thank you so much for writing in. We appreciate it. Always good to hear from him a little bit from the mailbag. And of course, like every episode, we are going to end with the Astuter Computer Haikuter.
That's why I'm a router for the computer. Everybody needs a friend.
Oh, computer. Hello, Astuter. Could you please write me a haiku about, how about the Tron rib break? Let's do one about that. So what do you got for me? Reaching for the bars, pop beneath petite stature's frame, ribs, silent fracture. So there you go. That's the poem of the week, the haiku of the week. Thank you, Astuter. We appreciate all you do for us here on the podcast. And
Before we go,
yes,
Victoria, I just want to say, I looked up Nathan's natal chart, and he's an Aries moon.
That checks
what does that
out.
even mean?
So that's like your emotional inner like sign. So like you have so that's basically your personality inward.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still not helpful. What does that mean? Am I fucked up?
Aries-
What does it mean?
No. Aries is like a take charge, take no shit, not shy of confrontation.
Well, I guess I'm not shy.
You're not shy of I can tell you
at all.
Interesting.
I can tell you.
What do you mean you can tell me? Have we had confrontation?
I cower in the face of confrontation, and you
I guess I can
and I
handle
go
it.
so far to avoid, and you do
True.
not baby step around risking confront. Like if something needs to be said, you say it, and not to say
that's
that you start
true.
shit, but you're just not afraid of.
That's true, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah,
That's true.
and it's also like a cardinal sign, which is like a take charge kind of sign, like lead the way, like a natural leader, and
Yes.
you as the leader of this little
Rat
castle.
enclave.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the moon portion? What does that mean?
That's what that is. So
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that is.
That's
Yeah.
Aries. So that's your emotional side.
Uh-huh.
So like your core of yourself.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, listen to your Aries moon here as he tells you that you need to go to bit.ly/ratcastle and get all your merch and buy all the stuff and leave questions and leave reviews, 5-star reviews. 5-star reviews in celebration of my Ariesness. And Rat Castle is produced by yours truly, an Aries moon himself, Nathan Hartman. Wait, what are you guys? Victoria, what are you?
I am a Virgo sun and a Libra moon.
And Janine?
Gemini sun and Cancer moon.
Okay.
Often regarded as one of the most toxic combinations.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that.
No, it's fine. I'm not toxic.
No, you're not toxic.
No.
You seem to...
Because it's bullshit. It's fun bullshit.
Fun bullshit. Fun bullshit. That's the name of the title of this podcast. Fun bullshit. I don't think I can write bullshit. I don't think I write shit, but I'll make it work. Fun bullshit.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. So yeah, leave us questions and reviews. As your Aquarius moon tells you to.
No, Aries.
Aries moon.
Aries. I don't remember these things. Already I'm forgetting.
You made one up.
I made one up. See, that's how much of a leader I am.
It is one, but
okay.
You still.
I'm an Aries. Okay.
Moon.
An Aries moon. From your, hey man, from your Aries moon to another. Peace, brother. Now grab your belongings and exit to the left, you dirty hippie.
Will you stop this foolishness?
What foolishness would you like to see?
Will you get out of here?